I believe in love at first sight because it happened to me on a crowded street corner in New York City.
I've been in commercial real estate for 30 years, and I thought I understood people. I thought I could read situations, see trouble coming. I was completely wrong about this workplace manipulation.
I really liked Richard, Mr. Jacobs. Even now I catch myself slipping, calling him by his first name like we were equals.
When my wife suggested hiring Naomi for our expanding client relations department, I didn't think much of it. Helen had good instincts about people, and the young woman's resume was impressive.
Like we were something. This affair wasn't all my doing. People don't understand that. His wife, she used me.
Recent college graduate, internship experience, glowing recommendations. We needed fresh talent for our property investment firm, and Helen seemed enthusiastic about mentoring her.
I was convenient, a distraction, a weapon in whatever war they were fighting behind closed doors.
From her first day, Naomi was everything we'd hoped for in an employee. Professional, intelligent, quick to learn our property management systems and client base.
And I have feelings too, you know? Everyone forgets that part. I'm not made of stone. He was a great mentor. Was. Past tense. Everything is past tense now.
She had a natural talent for making people feel heard and understood, which is crucial in commercial real estate, where you're often dealing with people's life savings and biggest dreams. I made a point of checking in with all our new hires regularly.
I had a trust fund, my money, my inheritance. Then I got married and my husband. Oh, he begged. Got down on his knees, practically pleading with me to invest in his big idea.
But I'll admit, I paid a bit more attention to Naomi because Helen had specifically asked me to make sure she felt supported. Helen said she saw something special in this young woman, that she had the potential to really grow with the company. Over the months, I noticed Naomi seemed to seek out my guidance more than strictly necessary.
The faces I've hurt keep cycling through my mind. A slideshow of collateral damage. How can I ever work in this city again? Every networking event, every industry conference, I'll feel their eyes. I'm ashamed to show my face anywhere.
His grand vision of building an empire. Fine, I did it. I bankrolled his dreams. Well, congratulations, darling. It's built now and I want my cut. I want what's coming to me.
She'd ask thoughtful questions about investment portfolio deals we were working on, request one-on-one meetings to discuss her career development, stay late to help with projects that weren't technically her responsibility. I was flattered by her interest in learning the business and impressed by her work ethic.
And Brian, Brian, I really loved him. He was innocent in all of this, completely innocent.
But then things started getting strange. The workplace manipulation was beginning. It began with small things. Naomi would compliment my ties, ask personal questions about my hobbies, find excuses to touch my arm during conversations. At first, I thought she was just being friendly, maybe a bit nervous around the boss and overcompensating. But it escalated into what I now realize was orchestrated emotional manipulation.
Every single penny, it's mine, all mine. I didn't sign over my future to watch someone else enjoy it. And this silly little girl who broke my boy's heart? Oh, I'm going to use her. She's a pawn and she doesn't even know she's on the board yet.
She started scheduling meetings with me when Helen was out of the office. She'd wear outfits that seemed designed to get attention. She'd lean in close when we were reviewing contracts, stand closer than necessary when we were looking at property photos. I started to feel genuinely uncomfortable, but I didn't know how to address it without potentially destroying her career or making the situation worse. The worst part was that I could tell she was a good person underneath whatever game she was playing.
He didn't deserve any of it, and I handed him pain wrapped in my poor choices. Then there's Jason, an old fling I never took seriously. How could I? Back in college, every time I wanted more, every time I hoped he'd let me into his real life, he'd remind me, we're not monogamous.
Poor Jason. This Jezebel thinks I don't know about the college years.
We're in an open relationship. I wanted to meet his family so badly back then. He always said no.
When she wasn't putting on this flirtatious act, she was thoughtful and genuine. She cared about our clients, worked hard on her property investment projects, and seemed to really love the work. It was like she was two different people, and I couldn't understand why. Then came the day she kissed me, the attempted workplace affair.
Then, years later, out of nowhere, he invites me over to meet them. Like it was nothing, like all those years of keeping me at arm's length never happened. And now I'm here, hollow, wondering how I became someone who leaves wreckage everywhere I go.
I was working late in my office, reviewing quarterly reports, when Naomi knocked on my door. She said she needed to discuss a client concern, but when she came in, she seemed nervous and distracted. We talked about the client for a few minutes, but then she suddenly stood up and said she had something important to tell me. Before I could react, she leaned across my desk and kissed me.
Thinks her past is buried. The open relationship, the way she dangled herself in front of him, never committing, always keeping one foot out the door.
I was so shocked, I just sat there frozen. When she pulled back, she looked as surprised as I felt. She apologized immediately, said she didn't know what came over her, and practically ran out of my office. I spent the rest of the night trying to figure out what to do. Should I report this to HR? Should I talk to Helen? Should I pretend it never happened?
I know everything. I'm going to fix her good, and you know what? I'm going to have fun doing it. She'll never see me coming.
I decided to wait and see if it was just a momentary lapse in judgment that we could both move past professionally. But it happened again a week later. This time, I wasn't completely passive. When she kissed me, I found myself responding for just a moment before my sense returned, and I pulled away.
By the time she realizes what's happening, she'll have nothing left. Not her reputation, not her dignity, not my son.
The shame I felt was overwhelming, not just because I'd betrayed my wife, but because I realized I'd let this workplace manipulation get so far out of hand.
Richard needs to fall in line too. He's been sloppy, careless. He seems to forget who built this life we're living. A gentle reminder is in order.
I decided I had to have a serious conversation with Naomi about appropriate workplace boundaries. But before I could arrange that meeting, Helen announced that Jason was bringing his girlfriend home for dinner. His serious girlfriend, the woman he'd been dating for months and was thinking about proposing to. When Naomi walked through our front door holding my son's hand, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. The betrayal was complete.
Or perhaps not so gentle. Though I will admit, she's beautiful. I'll give her that much. A shame, really. Such a pretty thing to destroy.
Naomi was supposed to be my future, but this love triangle was about to destroy everything. But more than that, she seemed genuinely interested in me as a person. I threw myself into academics, into business, into being the perfect son who would someday take over the family commercial real estate company. We took things slow, which I appreciated. Naomi had boundaries and standards. She wasn't looking for someone to take care of her. She was looking for a partner. Our relationship felt mature and stable in a way that was new for me. We could talk about our goals, our fears, about the future in New York City, our hopes for what we wanted to build together. The only thing that sometimes bothered me was how evasive she could be about her work situation. She mentioned working for a property investment firm, but she was vague about the details, which actually impressed me. After about a year of dating, I knew I wanted to marry her. Naomi was everything I'd ever wanted in a partner: intelligent, ambitious, beautiful, kind. She challenged me intellectually, but also made me laugh. She supported my goals, but had her own dreams that were equally important to her. I started thinking about engagement rings and planning how I would propose. That's when I decided it was time to introduce her to my family. I'd been hesitant to bring her home because family dinners at the Jacobs house could be intense. Dad would inevitably start talking about property management business. Mom would would ask a million personal questions. I called Mom to set up a family dinner for the following Sunday. She was thrilled. Said she'd been wondering when I was finally going to bring this mystery girlfriend home. Dad made his usual jokes about making sure she knew what she was getting into with the Jacobs men. Brian said he was looking forward to meeting the woman who'd managed to get me to shut up about commercial real estate long enough to fall in love. When I picked Naomi up that Sunday evening, she seemed more nervous than I'd expected. I tried to reassure her that my family would love her, that there was nothing to worry about. She was quiet during the drive through Manhattan, and when I asked if she was okay, she just smiled and said she was always nervous meeting parents. But the most confusing part was Naomi's reaction. She wasn't surprised to see my family. She looked resigned, almost relieved, like she'd been expecting this moment for a long time. That's when I realized that somehow everyone in this room knew each other except me. The betrayal was about to be revealed.
The dinner table had never felt more like a battlefield. 5 people sitting around the polished mahogany table that had hosted countless family celebrations. But tonight the air was thick with secrets, manipulation, and accusations. Mr. Jacobs spoke first, his voice shaky. I think we need to clear the air about what's been happening. Miss Jacobs laughed, a sound devoid of any warmth. Oh, now you want to talk? After months of playing the innocent victim?
Brian reached for Naomi's hand across the table. Naomi works for Dad's commercial real estate company. We've been dating for 2 months. 2 months? We've been together for 18 months. The revelation hung in the air like a physical presence. This love triangle was about to explode with devastating consequences. Naomi closed her eyes, finally ready to tell the truth.
Miss Jacobs hired me to seduce your father. She wanted to catch him in a compromising workplace affair situation so she could file a harassment lawsuit and gain control of the property investment company.
Oh, for God's sakes, Helen, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to our family?
But I fell in love with Brian instead.
I was willing to do whatever it took.
And you were willing to destroy our family to get it?
You never deserved this commercial real estate company, Richard. You built it on luck and other people's work while I played the dutiful wife and got nothing. I saw an opportunity to take what should have been mine from the beginning.
She told me she loved me, that all of this manipulation was because she wanted to be with me. I never felt the same way, but she wouldn't let me quit. She said she'd ruin my career in commercial real estate if I didn't follow through with the plan.
Helen, you're a bloody cow.
Including falling in love with the only person who understood what I was going through. Tell them about us.
Oh my God, my chest hurts. Oh, my chest hurts.
In the end, Brian and Jason inherited joint control of the property investment company. Their father recovered, but decided to step back from daily operations, finally ready to let his sons take over the commercial real estate business. But Naomi found herself alone. Brian couldn't forgive the deception, even though he understood she'd been trapped in an impossible situation of workplace manipulation. Jason felt betrayed by everything. The lies about her job, the relationship with Brian, her role in the plot against their father. As she packed her desk at Jacobs Property Investments for the last time, Naomi reflected on how a simple need for a job had spiraled into the destruction of multiple lives. She'd learned that love, no matter how pure, couldn't always overcome the damage caused by lies and manipulation. Sometimes the cost of survival is everything you were trying to survive for. This toxic relationship and betrayal story proves that emotional manipulation destroys everyone involved. That's the end of this shocking story time about love triangles, workplace affairs, and family betrayal. Let me know in the comments if you want more dramatic relationship stories like this one.